p.m. by Jasper Paisley. There are many assorted aliens of all shapes and sizes in a metal train car. Cass Starboard, wearing a small space helmet, sits crammed between a wrinkly green alien and a large orange hairy alien without a face. Cass smiles, flicks open the space helmet visor, and turns to the fuzzy alien.
Have you ever tried Starboard milk?
The alien doesn't respond.
Darn, I knew that was a bad line. Well, do you have a name?
He lifts his arm and grabs a handful of orange hair on his chest, pulling it up to reveal a name tag that reads, Thomas.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Thomas.
Cass opens his suitcase, which contains only glass bottles of milk, and removes one and holds it out to Thomas.
This is my family's brand, Starboard Milk. My name is Cass Starboard. This one is free.
Thomas nods and takes the bottle, reading the label carefully, then placing it in his lap and pointing out the window to a massive Saturn-like planet with large text on the rings. The text reads, latest on the Maskleton's meter. Frederick's Food Synthesizer's new dairy printer. Rated 9 out of 10 by Miss Maskleton's herself. Thomas looks at the ring and points.
Oh, no. Ours isn't Frederick's brand. It actually all comes from real space cows. We've had to try to start selling it outside of our system because of Frederick's new printed milk anyway. I think it's quite good if you like milk.
Thomas shrugs. He tosses the bottle into the air and his mouth spreads apart like a muppet and clenches down on the jar, spraying milk in a few directions and sending small fragments of shattered glass onto the floor.
If you want more, you can get it near the Wilkestian system. Or you can just buy it off me for a discount from 3 to 2 Starbucks. Oh, I'm sorry, but that would be 2 Starbucks. I need the money and I can't give them all away.
Thomas bends over and coughs up 2 glass blue Starbucks and hands them to Cass.
Whoa, thank you so much.
Thomas tilts the container and pours the milk onto the floor. Thomas then eats the emptied bottle.
Oh, you like the bottles? Huh. Well, it was nice to meet you, Thomas.
Cass stands and walks to the other end of the car. Thomas follows.
It was nice to meet you. Do you want something else? Okay, then. Are you just gonna keep following me? All right.
Cass spots a small circular booth and walks up to it.
I'm gonna call my mom.
Thomas gives a thumbs up and moves to look over Cass's shoulder. Cass dials the 15-digit number scribbled in pen on their hand, and the booth begins to circle around them before humming, whirling, and then projecting a 3D image of their mother.
Oh, Cass!
Hi, Mom.
Where are you?
On the train.
Did you sell any bottles yet?
Only one.
That's good. Are you practicing talking to people like you wanted to?
Yeah, a little bit.
And are they talking back?
Kinda? Well, this is Thomas. He bought the only bottle so far.
Oh, hi, Thomas. So did you use your phrase you worked on? Have you ever tried Starboard?
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I know how much you planned that.
I mean, it's fine. I still got a sale.
It's like I told you. The milk speaks for itself.
Well, he actually just eats the bottles.
He eats what?
He likes the containers. I don't know.
Well, a sale's a sale. We'll just have to start selling those next.
How's the farm?
Oh, well, your dad had to sell the tractor bot to buy cow feed, but we should be able to manage for a few weeks with food. We have tried to sell some here, but everyone just had their own printed versions. Frederick's Food Synthesizers are all over the place.
Yeah, here too. I've seen the ads out the windows. They're everywhere.
Okay, well, I need to go. Your dad's at the bank, so I've been holding the place down. I'll call you when you land. Sell that milk.
Okay, I will. Bye.
The machine clicks and the image of Cass's mom disappears. Cass and Thomas walk up to the next door of the next train car, and Cass pulls the lever to slide it open. They walk into the botanical car. Green, twisting potted plants lead up to a lime green canopy with pink flowers. Various beings wander about, a little more eerie than the last car. Cass approaches a pale, elderly man with his eyes closed, who looks probably dead with a long eyeball sticking out of his mouth. He's stumbling around in the direction that the eyeball is looking.
Hey there, sir. Do you have a moment?
The eyeball snaps down to look at Cass, and after careful examination, squeezes back through the man's mouth and slides down his throat, stopping at his vocal cords, then beginning to pluck them for speech.
You are speaking to Scalatrox the Fifth. Do you seek his immortal wisdom and strong opinions, or shall he destroy you in an epic battle?
Does he like milk?
Does he what?
Well, my family runs a milk business, and we really need the sales in order to keep our family farm, so I can give you the first bottle free, and then...
Why would an immortal parasite like Scalatrox be interested in your puny affairs?
I don't know. Maybe he likes milk?
He likes no such sustenance!
Thomas plays with a butterfly-like creature that has landed on his finger.
Did you know milk makes your bones strong?
Of course! And, what is bones, mortal?
It's like the minerals in your limbs. They have calcium, and there's calcium in milk.
Do you mean my elbow rocks?
Sure.
Then allow me to strengthen my host minerals. I command that you give Scalatrox your sustenance!
Scarletrox grabs the milk bottle out of Cass's hand and breaks the glass on the top to drink it. The eyeball emerges out of his mouth and two tentacles pop out of his empty eye sockets. The body bends down over the bottle and the tentacles reach down and begin to lap up the milk and pull it back through the eyes. Cass watches, baffled.
Your bone liquid is quite delectable.
Really? Thank you so much. You can find it in a few space markets near the Wilkestian system. That one is free, but if you'd like to buy it off me for a discount, you can.
Scarletrox finishes the whole container and tosses it onto the ground, where Thomas picks it up and happily devours it whole.
You will give me more of this.
For a discounted price? Yes.
Nonsense. You may ask Scalatrox one favor in exchange for more calcium substance.
My family really needs the sales. Do you have any Starbucks on you?
No. But if it is sales you wish for, then it is sales Scalatrox will get you.
But I'd still be losing milk by giving it to you.
This does not make sense to Scalatrox.
Okay, fine. But I'll give you the milk after the sales.
We have a deal, mortal.
The group walks into the dome car, a long, cavernous, somewhat empty train car. Scarletrox walks up to a random passenger holding a milk bottle a few inches from their face.
Do you know of calcium, weakling? Drink of this bone liquid.
The passenger runs away. Cass takes out a poster that reads, "Have you ever tried Starboard milk, TM? No? Well, you're missing out." They tape it to a bare wall of the train car and adjust it slightly to make sure it's not crooked. Cass stands back to admire the poster, which sticks out amongst the stickers and vandalism. In this moment, the Saturn-like planet drifts into view out of the window, and Cass notices, glancing between the galactic poster and their own for a moment, the cosmic scale belittling the 12-inch poster. Cass slouches down into a bench on the wall, watching the ad slowly rotate. They flick down their visor. Zero enters the train car, a floating geometrical combination of squares rotating in an infinite cube pattern that pulses when it speaks.
Starboard milk. Huh? Any good?
Not if you can just print your own.
Zero turns to Thomas, who looks at him.
Any good? Nowadays, I can't stand Frederick's food synthesizers, TM. new printed milk. It's too bland. Do you get your milk from space cows?
Yeah, everything comes from my farm back home.
Fascinating. That's really special. There is a lady 1 car down. Her name is Miss Maskleton's. You might have heard of her. She is an influencer. She puts all her favorite products out there on those exact rings. She is who made Fredericks famous back when they just sold produce.
Cass flips up their visor.
Whoa, really? Where do I find her?
Her name is Miss Maskleton's. She usually works in her office on the diner car sampling products. She invests in the ones she likes. You should go pitch her your milk.
Whoa, that's so nice of you. What was your name again?
My friends call me Zero.
Thank you, Zero.
Zero glows a bright yellow as a way of smiling. Cass smiles back.
You know what? I will go with you.
That would be great.
The 4 of them walk through the hallway to the next car, except for Zero, who just phases through the wall. They enter the dining car and are greeted with a spacious room with massive columns of marble and yellow stained glass windows, leading up to a large mosaic tile mural of a black hole on the ceiling. All around are food and kitchen-related products ready to be tested. Crammed in the far end is Ms. Maskleton's, a massive goblin-looking creature the size of a house. She has 12 long black spider legs that are reaching out and grabbing food products to be tested. One of her arms is occasionally reapplying lip gloss, and she's wearing lovely golden earrings.
That's her.
Ms. Maskleton's takes a small bite of a burger and pushes a button on a panel labeled the Maskleton's meter, rating the food a 4 out of 10 and sending it to the incinerator. She reapplies her lip gloss. Cass steps in front.
May I help you?
Give us sales or be punished!
Sorry about him. Are you Miss Maskleton's?
That would be me. Yes.
Well, great. My name is Cass Starboard, and my family runs a space milk business in the Wilkeston system. I left home to try to promote my business in larger solar systems, and my friend Zero said that you did advertisements?
You sell milk?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting.
Is it?
Oh yes, what's stopping me from printing my own Fredericks food synthesizers?
Nothing, ma'am. You could absolutely make your own. But when was the last time you had actual milk? It's been a long time for me, but I would take that over generated milk any day.
Have all of you tried it?
Of course. It's quite delectable and has strengthened my elbow rocks already. I must have more.
Do you have a bottle on you?
Yes, of course.
Cass opens their trunk, takes out a bottle of milk, and hands it to Ms. Maskleton's, who twists the lid and drinks it normally for once.
My God, I haven't tasted something like this for a long time. What do you call it, dear?
Starboard milk.
Ms. Maskleton's types the name into the Maskleton's meter and then pushes the rating button, rating it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa, thanks.
I want to get you an advertisement, dear.
Really? Where?
Ms. Maskleton glances out of the window and spots the Saturn-like planet again, which has rotated to a different side that was dark before. She points to it.
How about that one?
For an ad?
Yeah, on the blank spot on the ring. You would publicly have my support and you would be right next to Frederick's dairy ad. You could be quite the competitor.
That would be amazing.
What would you want it to say?
The rings?
Yeah.
How about, have you ever tried Starboard milk? What? Is it something I said?
End of play.